Good morning, buddy. Good morning. How are you today? So we're officially 8.5 weeks out from the next show, which is the one I'll be defending a title in Texas, the Republic of Texas. And the last few weeks have been pretty busy. All of April, I was slammed with different events and had to travel. Went to a wedding, went to Vegas, signed with a new supplement sponsor, Stigma, and we had a lot going on in April, but I was trying to balance that and prep. And I was able to manage it pretty well, but I wasn't able to push the videos that I wanted to. And now I'm gonna give you guys an idea of like what I'm doing. I feel like I've leaned out a lot being 8.5 weeks out. My coach Ariel was pretty much saying like I've never seen your quarter look like this far out. He thinks this is going to be like one of my best packages to date, and I can kind of feel it. I don't feel mentally stressed, physically stressed. I mean, I've been training hard and pushing training over time and scaling up to the point where I'm at now. And today I plan on training some chest, give you guys an idea on some of the techniques and methods I like to use when I'm training chest. And some days I'm going in there, I'm going really heavy, pushing hard, intense sets where I'm going extremely heavy, and some days I'm focusing on just squeezing and controlling the mechanics of the actual movement and putting as much tension as I can on the actual muscle fiber. So today I'll walk you guys through a workout that I do. It's very instinctual. I don't go in there with like the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I kind of go in there, warm up, and see how I feel, and then based off the first exercise, I kind of build momentum off of that. But I typically start my morning with a cup of coffee, and then what I do is get a scoop of protein. This is chocolate. And I'll do like half a scoop. I won't do like a full scoop. I'll do like maybe half because, you know, in the coffee I don't want it to be so clumpy. And then I'll probably do and then some rice cakes. So this is gonna be my pre-workout breakfast training meal. You guys are probably like, where are the eggs and oatmeal at? I actually haven't eaten eggs in probably like 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks now. This is like a hack right here I like to use. Careful, because sometimes it'll shoot off. And this is not my only caffeine intake. I'm going to show you guys what I do for my pre-workout. Ooh. Still hot. But carbs are high right now. I'm eating around 350 grams of carbs per meal. I mean, not per meal, per day. And I actually had a high carb day a few days ago, and typically my rice is 280 grams of rice for 3 meals. That's cooked weight, and my coach actually gave me a refeed, I believe it was on Monday. And I was doing 400 grams of rice for 3 meals, and that was crazy. But coffee, banana, I'll probably eat like 10, 20, 30. Like 3 rice cakes, and that'll be like my pre-training meal. My body's very efficient right now, so I feel like all the food I'm eating, I'm utilizing right away. I wouldn't say I'm depleted, but my body is in a state where it's very responsive to everything I do, whether it be cardio, food, training. I just feel like sleep and everything's so locked in that my body naturally wakes up at like 9:30. I can go to sleep at like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. And I do sometimes because I take a nap probably around like 4 or 5, 6 p.m. And some days that will push my sleep back, but it's pretty consistent. Pre-workout meal is in the cyst. Make sure I have my water intake for the workout. I drink a lot of water. Probably around 2 gallons a day. Let's do. So a little bit of water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't want to do too much. So this is the Stigma pre-workout Baja Burst. It is 200 milligrams of caffeine per scoop. So I do like, it's pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when I first started taking this, I was training for like an hour and a half straight just because I had so much energy. So like, I do like this much. It's not like a full scoop. It's like 3/4. And then I like to add electrolytes, sour white gummy bear. I just mix it right in. I like to do 2 scoops. That was very saturated, so I just chug it. And then I have to be in the gym within the next 10 minutes or I'm gonna trip out. Just kidding.
That's crazy, I can smell it from here.
It's smooth. Alright, for this set, I did about 3 build-up sets so far. And I'm gonna go for a heavy set now. My goal is to go for about 8 to 12 reps. Build-up sets, I did about 4 to 6, just kind of just moving the weight to see how the machine actually works. But this one's actually a pretty good one. I'm about to hit a top set right now. And I'm gonna try to really focus on just contracting. It's gonna be pretty heavy, I think. But let's see how many reps I get. Felt pretty good. My goal was to really focus on controlling the weight and just squeezing and contraction. I might do one more set and go a little heavier. Just add a quarter and maybe go for like 6 to 10. That felt really good. Heavy. Alright, so I did 2 top sets where I'm doing it pressing this way. Now I'm going to do more of like a closer grip. My goal is to really focus the upper chest. And I want to squeeze that contraction once I get to the top. But I'm going to just try to do as many reps as I can. When you do this, you don't want to just start pressing from here. You really want to get under the weight. So I get my grip. Now I'm getting under. One more. Ooh. Alright, so for exercise number 2, I'm doing like kind of a decline press on this pinata machine. The goal is to not really get a full stretch. I want to go like halfway, and then I'm just going to focus on just contracting my chest. Yeah, so for that, I didn't really focus on like letting it stretch. Just getting here, I'm just focusing on squeezing. Alright, same concept as the decline. So once I get the weight up here, I'm just gonna focus on contracting. I'm not gonna let it stretch because I'm gonna save the stretching for a different exercise when I do the cable flies. But for this one specifically, my goal is to get under the weight and then feel that contraction and just get under and then just squeeze. Hopefully it's not too heavy. See, I'm just squeezing. Flex, wrist over wrist. You do like 3-4 sets of that. Focus on squeezing. Pretty cool machine. I've never used a machine like this before. Well, I have, but it's been a while. It's like very mechanical. Just focus on the squeezing. Alright, this is post-training, 30 minutes after driving. This is where my physique is at right now. See where my weight's at. Let's see. $195.6. I have 150 grams of flank steak heating up in the air fryer, and then I have 280 grams of white rice. So about 10 ounces of white rice. I heat this up for a minute and a half. Good. And then for this flank steak, good. Look at that. That's going straight to the chest. One of my favorite meals. This will be second meal of the day, and I have 3 more. But I'm not going to be doing a full day of eating for this video. I wish I was able to use this camera in the gym so the quality would have been better, so I had to work with the iPhone. Salt on steak is the best. I use a good amount because I sweat a lot. So I have 3 meals with this much rice. I'm not going to show you guys all my meals today just because I'll do that in a different video. But just a quick little chest workout, quick little physique update, giving you guys an idea of where I'm at, being 8.5 weeks out. I plan on definitely pushing more videos as my schedule is a lot more open since I'm, fully dedicated to prep. Pretty happy with the progress. I would say the biggest thing, especially if you're committing to a goal or doing a prep, is creating those habits that you're able to nail day to day. Like for me, it was just coming back from China, starting with faster cardio, starting to build my meals up from like 3-4 meals up to 5, and gradually get those little wins over time. And then once you do that, then you scale up those habits. Maybe do cardio from 3 days, 4 days a week to 5 days a week, maybe 3 or 4 meals a day to 5. And then in conjunction with all that, scaling the training up over time. And that's pretty much what I did in the last 8 to 10 weeks. I'm also coaching my little cousin, Jason, and I'll throw up a picture here of his transformation of what he did in 16 weeks. He's actually competing in 3.5 weeks in Austin, Texas. He's going to be doing a state show there and then, go to nationals in 7.5 weeks, which would be 4 weeks right after his show. So very excited for him. He's looking really good. He's been dialed in and nailing everything to the T. And I think the biggest thing is just nailing those daily habits and let that compound over time and just staying disciplined to the program. And you just got to find a system that works for you, your lifestyle, your schedule, your training preferences, and just build that up over time. And I think that's the biggest takeaway that you should get, especially when you're trying to stay consistent or trying to build some kind of habit towards a goal. You got to kind of start in the first place and then build that up and give it at least 2-3 weeks until you actually see true progress, because it's not going to happen in one day. You want to build something that's sustainable over time, and that's what's going to really get you to those goals. And once your habits build up, you become more disciplined with those given habits. You can add more on top of that. But that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next one.